To save a series of OpenGL frames to disk, open the Main Camera View pop-up menu and select Make Quick Sequence. Move to the WCS Frames folder, name the sequence Main, and save. The animation will play slowly in the camera view, and the status window will show the quick sequence progress as the frames are saved. After WCS is finished, go up to the menu and select View, View Image from Disk. The View Image file requester will open in WCS Frames, which is the last folder we were in. There you'll find 600 numbered main frames, 20 seconds at 30 frames per second. We'll use a separate application to assemble the frames into an animation. I'm going to use QuickTime Pro since it's hard to beat its $30 price tag for the handy features you get. Launch QuickTime Pro and select File, Open Image Sequence. Navigate to your WCS Frames folder and open the first main bitmap, main0001.bmp. On a Mac, the frames will have a PIC extension. Choose 30 frames per second from the frame rate dropdown in Image Sequence Settings and click OK to import the frame sequence. To save the movie, choose File, Export, and name the movie Main OpenGL. We could go with the default settings, but they're not very appropriate for animation. Select Options to open Movie Settings and click Settings in the Video section. Choose the Animation Compressor, Thousands of Colors, Best Quality, and 30 frames per second. When QuickTime finishes exporting the movie, open it to admire your handiwork. If you like your camera path, you're ready to continue. If not, change it and make another quick sequence. It's a good idea to preview your camera moves this way before committing to long render times later on. Let's say that we liked our camera path but wanted to shorten it from 20 seconds to 10 seconds. That's where Scale Keyframes would come in. One place you can access it is from the Animation toolbar next to the Add and Remove Keyframes buttons. Since Main Camera Longitude is still active, and we're still in group mode, the Scale Keyframes window opens up ready to scale the camera position group. In the Keyframes section, we want to scale all frames to the range from 0 to 10 seconds. Click Operate to scale the frames. Now if we go back to 0 by entering it into the frame counter, the Next Keyframe button jumps us to 10 seconds, not 20. To scale our keyframes back to 20 seconds, click the Animation Operation button next to any of the position parameters in the main camera editor and select Scale Keyframes. Choose All Frames and enter an upper range value of 20 seconds. Operate, return to frame 0, jump to the next keyframe, and you'll see that we're right back where we started. Let's change the camera path midway through the animation. Enter 10 into the frame counter and enter to jump to 10 seconds. Select one of the main camera position parameters in the Scene at a Glance to activate the camera if it isn't already active. Go to the Move mode if you aren't already there, and move the camera southeast of its current position. Drop the elevation to 2,000 meters. Create a key, save the project, go back to the beginning of the animation, and play it. It looks like we dropped the elevation too much and we're plowing through the ridge. To see what that looks like graphically, let's open the elevation timeline. Select the Animation Track view from the Animation toolbar. It lists all animated items in the project. Expand Cameras and Main, and you'll see the position parameters we've keyframed. Let's move it out of the way of our camera view. Click the Open Timeline button for camera elevation and move it out of the way too. Click the keyframe at 10 seconds and drag it up and down to change it, or enter a new elevation in the value field. I like the original camera path, so let's delete this keyframe with delete point. Keep your changes. Close out the animation track view. We still have latitude and longitude keyframes at 10 seconds, so use animation operations to delete keys for the single frame at 10 seconds. This should put us back where we started with keyframes at 0 and 20 seconds. Save the project.